Well, there comes a time in everyone's life when nothing seems to go their way, when nothing seems to turn out right, and there may come a time when you just can't seem to find your face. And for every door you open, you feel like it gets too slammed in your face. Well, that's when you need someone that you can call. And when all your faith is gone, it feels like you can't go on. Just let it be me. Let it be me. And if it's a friend that you need, well, let it be me, yes, let it be me. You feel like you're always coming up last. Pockets full of money, ain't got no cash. No matter where you go, you got no place to stand. You reach out for something and they slap your hand, yeah. Well, I remember oh so well just how it feels to be all alone, yeah. It feels like you give anything just for a little place you can call your own. Well, that's when you need someone that you can call. And when all your faith is gone, it feels just like you can't go on. Just let it be me. Let it be me. And if it's a friend that you need, well, let it be me, yes, let it be me. So there's a part in this walk that we all go, and this is not just for the disconsolate. You know, this is not just for the thrown away people, but this is also for the people that have found a place to belong and that belong somewhere, or have made a place for themselves in which they belong in. It does not mean that you don't have something to say. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve an ear. You know, what it means is that your journey shouldn't be robbed of all of the things that come within a journey, right? So you got the going through the different terrains to get to this unknown place, right? And you're surrounded by trees. And these trees, some of them are called envy. Some of these trees are called regrets. Some of these trees are called fear. Some of these trees are called disgust. These trees bear fruit. And a lot of times on this journey, you get hungry. You know, you get knowledge hungry. You get spiritually hungry. You know what I'm saying? You get financially hungry. And you want to eat, and you don't know at the time that tree is a tree of fear. You don't know at the time that tree is a tree that's bearing a fruit of envy. You know what I'm saying? Or that is bearing a fruit of disgust. And you eat from that tree. And so now you have a diet that's filled with sometimes things that may cause you to grow sick inside. And you have to find some way, like like you know how a dog will get sick in the stomach and they'll go outside and they'll start to eat grass. They'll start to eat something, even more that they know for a fact that's going to rot their stomach so that they can actually throw up all of the things inside that's creating a sickness to spread through their body, putting their life in danger. This is what we do when we take in all of these drugs and these elements, all of these unhealthy ways of coping with the journey. Okay, and this one I'm not going to say everyday life. I'm going to say with the journey because we all have a journey. In that journey, we have got to the point where we name that journey life, right? So there's this scripture that I've been reading, and it came up tonight. And it's so funny how like this happening. This scripture I've been reading, and my sister told me about this scripture a long time ago. God bless her. Today is her birthday. Go, Demetria. I love you, sissy, so much. So she was telling me about the scripture that speaks on, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. And so if you keep on going through this scripture, you'll come up to the part where God will prepare a table for you and He will prepare a table and your enemies will be at this table. And so here you are at this table. Once again, you are at this table because there's business to be taken care of. And whether it be spiritual business, financial business, or just a business of nourishing yourself, in one of those areas, there are enemies at this table. Before the cup runneth over in this whole scenario, because that's the part we all love to get to. And my cup runneth over. And so, if to all who don't know, when it says my cup runneth over, it's saying it's saying that you have so much that the cup that you have on that table can't even contain all of the goodness and all of the fruit, and it can't maintain it. It has to overflow. Now, when I say it in the sense that you are walking on a journey, and that you are eating from trees that you don't really know the true fruit of what they bear, I liken these two things together. And the reason why I liken these two things together is because nobody said what the cup was overflowing with. Nobody said what the cup was overflowing with. The cup could have been overflowing with all of the I don't want to go there with it. The cup could have been overflowing with something that was not good for your system. It was a point in my life when I had lots of things. I had money. I went to church. I had spiritual friends. I had friends that I partied with. I had friends that I had educational conversations with that was, full of fruit, full of good stuff. And I was empty as hell inside. My journey needed that. My journey needed that so that I could be right here reviewing my life outside, articulating what's going on, what happened, why did it happen, when did it happen, where did it happen, and what did you do with it? And the reason why I get on here and I speak about, us as a people having these struggles is because I know that my struggle is not just for me. My journey is not just for me. And I didn't just eat from that fruit, and I didn't just sit at that table and eat with my enemies just so I would have a struggle in life and woe is me. No. What I believe is that what has happened to me is so that other people can prosper from it. I truly do believe that. So when I sang the song in the beginning of this podcast, I sang that song to let you know, look, regardless of what you're going through, I'm here for you. Now, listening to this podcast, you may not know me, But I'm sure there's somebody in your life that you wouldn't think that is your friend. But I'm telling you, there's a such thing as a general friend. I think I'm a general friend. I don't have to know you. I don't have to know where you came from. I don't have to know who your people are. I don't have to know what's in your wallet, what's in your bank account. I don't have to know. I know that you were created by something that is greater than me, and that thing also created me. I love that thing. And so I love what that thing has created. People struggle with the belief system. And when you struggle with your belief system, you struggle with you. The things that you began to hate in the world, you become. And the reason why this is because in order for it not to conquer you, you have a hate for it. You want to propel it, but that hate is also an evidence of you learning this thing. I cannot hate what I do not know. I cannot hate what I do not understand. Now, there has been things like racism that produce that type of fruit. But even then, it doesn't stand up to, I'm black, you're white, and you don't like my race, but you on fire and I got spit. So when it comes down to survival, when it comes down to your life, we all have to step back and take a general look at it. Do I want to live? What does it take to live? Do I want to die? What does it take to die? And if you want to live, start to begin to do the things that create life in you, that create life around you, that grow trees with fruit that you're going to need to eat one day, because you're on a journey, people. We are on a journey, and on this journey, we are going to need one another. We just are. I gotta go out here and put this on out here to you. I do not like trust, but I don't feel that I need trust. Now chime in, hit the number up. I got my number on here. Call me, text me, what's up. But I don't feel that I need trust simply because of this one thing here. What does trust have to do with I'm dying once again, I'm on fire, and you got spit? I didn't even know you was there. So there was no exchange of trust. You walked up, you spat on me, and now I'm not on fire. But there was no exchange of trust in order for me to survive. So I do understand that trust is one of those things that if you don't have it, you won't let people in. I don't deal with it. I don't deal with it because the only one I need to trust is the one that created me. That's it. I don't feel that I owe any man in this world trust. I heard this woman, oh my gosh, I forget her name. But she was having a conversation, and man, I am literally forgetting both of these. Oh my God, they are Mongols. They are, oh my God, they are amazing people in the world of anthropology, and they were having this discussion, and she said, "Man, if you love me, you'll lie to me." And he said, "What?" He said, "What?" She said, "If you love me, you'll lie to me." He said, "No." He said, "No, if I love you, I wouldn't lie to you." She said, well, "Hold on, why would you lie to me?" She said, "You lie to that white man down there when you go to that, or that nigga that you work for, because you want to please them, right? Why? Because they have something that you need in order for you to eat, in order for you to survive. So you lie to them. You jive with the nigga down the street because you don't need him in the business of your home. So you please him, you appease him with a lie. You lie to these people out in this world every day in order for you to advance or move past them without dealing with the struggle of both of your realities, or without dealing with the struggle of them knowing and then judging you because you give a fuck. But the thing about it is, you don't come and lie to me because you love me. So you want to tell me the truth and keep me in anguish, rather than lie to me and appease me and allow me to continue to live in the space of happiness. If you love me, you'll lie to me. When I heard that shit, I agreed. Does that say that I'm running around here lying to people? No, I actually have a problem with lying. I'm not good at it. So, it's nothing that I learned at a young age. I would just rather not do things because I'm probably going to tell the truth. And I'm probably going to tell on myself because That's just, but I have learned to fellowship with the fact that my business is my business and your business is your business. I've learned how to understand that you're going to stay in your lane because I'm going to stay in my lane. And you just can't mind my business while you minding yours. And I can't mind yours while I'm minding mine. So that's where I've had to put myself. But there was a time when I struggled with lying about what I was doing because it ate me up inside. That's one part of my journey. I originally came on here a lot of the times I come off the top of the dome with what I'm saying on these, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to give love. I'm trying to give a point of view. I'm ready to be heard. I've been through too much shit not to tell you about it. A rape since the age of 4 years old, put out there, not on the streets, but put out there in a good place, a good home. Just yelled at a little too much. You know what I'm saying? But I have not been through the worst of the worst, and I am in gratefulness of that. I mean, that's where I stand with gratefulness. Watch this. I've done things that I know I deserve clear out punishment for, in which I have not had that punishment. And so I live in a place of grace and mercy, not because I asked for it, but because of whose I am. So you have to understand when you are walking this world and on this journey, there are going to be people that you pass by. There are going to be people that come into your life, and you can put whatever title you want to it. And you can also, and that title will put stipulations on it, and it will rob you of a true journey. It will rob you of the true fruit of discovery. You don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to do that to yourself. And if y'all hear that in the background, I'm washing clothes while doing this. I thought to myself, what's the best place for me to just really sit down and talk to the people, man? And so I'm trying to get in different areas. I'm actually going to go ahead and have this small one right here. I said that I'm going to have some good resources and things for y'all. That's coming up. But I'm not going to hold nobody long. That's just one thing I had to come in and I had to talk about, and I wanted to teach. Because it was taught to me. Don't rob anybody of their journey, and know that you got a friend out there that cares about you. Know that you got a friend out there that don't know you and still loves you and still wants you to survive. It would hurt them if you did not. It would affect them if you did not. That my teacher was sitting telling me today, getting me prepared mentally for what I'm finna do. I'm finna go into obtaining my LCDC. And so I'm going to actually meet people who might not survive. I'm going to work with people whose lives are less likely to continue because of the risque lifestyle they are involved in. And to walk down that road is not scary, but it makes me sit back and just realize I have to start meditating. I have to start taking an hour or eventually or two out of my day to just sit and ponder life, ponder the world, ponder the whys, ponder the what fors, ponder the hows. Not necessarily seeking an answer, but just allowing my mind to stretch as far as it would if I was to smoke a blunt. I don't smoke weed anymore, And but my mind still thirsts for that place that it was able to go in, that place of distraction by that object. My mind does thirst to go where my body would go, my legs would go, and my body would follow, and that sexual place. It thirsts for those things, but it does not thirst for them for the same reasons. And that's my realization that I have gotten out. It's my 67th day, and wow, is all I can say. I partied this weekend and fed myself and had a good time in celebration of what's up, man? You catching me straight in the middle of a podcast, bro. Straight in the middle of a podcast. Yeah, I'm podcasting like right now.
Why don't you ever invite me, bro?
Bro, you here?
I got a lot to say.
You got a lot to say?
What you talking about?
Right now, I'm talking about like the fruit of the journey.
Oh.
Like, so, you know, like not robbing people of their journey, like not robbing yourself of your journey, right? So, like, there's a lot that come with like any person's journey, right? But in the beginning of it, I was on the fact that like when you're going down a journey, it's crazy because you get fatigued in so many ways. Like you get financially fatigued, you get spiritually fatigued. My problem right now seriously is sexually fatigued. And we can giggle about it all day and like make light jokes about it, but it's a real fucking thing.
Lack of intimacy, lack of connection.
You see what I'm saying? And I can think that I want to feed that with just a quick session, but no, like
you still want more.
I still want more. So it has to be something that's not feeding me somewhere if I'm not satisfied in the act that I put out there, thinking that I would be, get that satisfaction. So I don't know. It just had me like in thought, like, what's going on, body? What do you want?
But I mean, at the same time, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of starvation when you come here. You starve yourself a lot. You starve yourself from people. You starve yourself from the world. You starve yourself from work. Like everything that you normally need to function as a human being.
Yeah.
You starve yourself from it because we can't even touch each other.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those basic human needs that like you need as a kid to like thrive. We starve ourselves from that here,
All of it in one. And you think you starving yourself in the beginning, like just, hey, okay, I ain't gonna smoke, I ain't gonna drink no more. Next thing you know, you turn around, you're a really good, decent fucking human being. And and you are literally you're doing without all of the shit that you was having and doing when you was a piece of shit human being.
Yeah.
So
all the while filling yourself with all these feelings that you've been neglecting.
Oh man.
And all this other shit. Yeah.
Dude.
It's definitely.
Nigga. Hold on for the phone.